Let's go over the Star Wars franchise and the current state of Star Wars. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, these past couple of days, we've been learning a whole lot more about what's been happening behind the scenes over at Disney and Lucasfilm. We've been hearing a lot of things as well of the relationship between Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy and how things don't really look too good for Kathleen Kennedy, apparently by Grace Randolph. We've heard a lot of things as well from ABC's Clayton Sandel and The Hollywood Reporter about everything involving the standalone films being put on hold. Even director Ron Howard weighed in on all of this and went over how Disney actually cares about the fans. And aside from that, additionally, Disney actually wants to fix the Star Wars franchise. Now, looking at everything that has been happening ever since The Last Jedi released back in December of 2017, there's been a lot of backlash and criticism going against that movie, and it seems like it just keeps on continuing to grow and grow larger. So I feel like I wanted to really make this video primarily to go over a couple of reasons, in my point of view, as to what Disney could really do to fix the Star Wars franchise and make fans happy all over again, and really excited all the time for what's to come. Now, I know a lot of you guys actually love some of the Star Wars movies that have been created by Disney Star Wars, you know, the Disney era, and I do agree with some of the movies that they have made. I really enjoyed Rogue One. I thought Solo was a good movie, not great. However, let's go on to what I wanted to talk about. Now, I think that the first step that Disney needs to take is to drop Kathleen Kennedy and replace her with an individual that clearly knows and gets Star Wars, while also knowing how to handle a business. Now, as, you know, creative side of things goes, I really do feel that Dave Filoni is the perfect fit for this. The biggest question of all is, well, can he handle the business end of things? Maybe not, but they could always have a partner by his side, where you have two people running as head of Lucasfilm, and I feel like that's the direction that Disney should really go. If they get Dave Filoni on board, and if they get somebody that a lot of the fans trust in, and somebody that they know for sure of that individual and how that individual, he or she, really knows how Star Wars is overall, I think that fans will feel more secure with upcoming Star Wars movies. Now, the other thing is, of course, to choose veteran directors and writers. Now, we heard this not too long ago that Disney would start doing this, and I think that Jon Favreau, to me, is the first good sign for the live-action TV series. Jon Favreau, great director, great producer, etc. He does a great job. In fact, he directed Iron Man in 2008. Jon Favreau is a great guy. He's very passionate when it comes to Star Wars, and that is something that I am very, very happy about. Now, I feel like that they should definitely have somebody else take the role of writer and director of a new Star Wars trilogy by Rian Johnson. I feel that Rian is just too much of a risk, and Disney can't afford any more mistakes. Now, take Rian Johnson for what you will, but I feel like that ever since The Last Jedi released, it's caused nothing but a divide within the Star Wars community, probably more than that. And, you know, looking at what happened with The Last Jedi, as I have gone over many times in the past, I do disagree with a whole lot of things in that movie more than the things that I do agree with. And looking at what has been happening with everything here, I just feel like and hope that things start to take shape once again, either when Star Wars Episode 9 releases or after Episode 9. And this brings me to Luke Skywalker. Now, a lot of people weren't happy with Luke in The Last Jedi, so I feel like, you know, we should really be given, you know, Luke Skywalker and how he should have an epic moment in Episode 9. It can be done. Even if it's not written in the script as of right now, which is already finalized, it can be done. After all, Vader in Rogue One was done at last minute, so it's possible. Perhaps have a Force Ghost Luke Skywalker speaking to Rey about a past situation, or maybe even a vision in which Kylo fights Luke, like Luke fought Vader in The Empire Strikes Back. Like I say, the more justice for Luke Skywalker, the better, as I always say. So, the next thing that I really do want to move on to is, of course, the thing is, alright, many hardcore fans are the ones, believe it or not, who see these movies multiple times. Whether it's going to go ahead and see The Force Awakens 4 times, 5 times, whatever it may be, these are the hardcore fans that see these movies on repeat viewings. And that's why we've seen this steady decline in the box office results, especially with Solo: A Star Wars Story. Now, they are indeed also the ones that purchase most of the merchandise. It's really why toy sales are down right now when it comes to Solo and The Last Jedi, etc., because of the hardcore fans aren't happy ever since The Last Jedi's release and how it was treated as a whole. Now, I'm not saying to hold on to nostalgia forever, but in the beginning phase of Star Wars movies that we have right now, I feel like Disney really could have done a whole lot better for the original core characters before moving on completely. Now, lastly, I feel like that they have to definitely drop the agendas. I've noticed them in multiple films, and well, I see these films to have a fun time. Not, to be delivered forced messages and this and that. So, drop the agendas, and I think that fans will be all the more happy once that's out of the way. Just tell a great story, and don't try to deliver anything I think is the best way possible to make a Star Wars movie. It's not only that though, it's making a great story, and I really do hope that things really do start to take shape, even all the more so after Episode 9, when the next phase of Star Wars films comes out, and this all starts with the live-action TV series, which is set, of course, to quite possibly release before Episode 9 in the fall of 2019. So guys, let me know, do you agree or disagree with some of the pointers that I described on how Disney should approach with the Star Wars franchise, and how I feel, Disney would make things right now that they are trying to fix the Star Wars franchise? We do know that they're looking at those Solo: A Star Wars Story box office results, and that was absolutely a wake-up call. Anyways guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about this, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. And thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.